الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه أما بعد. My respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Anfal, إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا. Allah is describing the true believers, those who believe in Allah. It's not only words that we say, or it's not how we show our Iman to people, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a record of each and every servant of His on this earth, whether he's a true believer or not. So Allah is saying that they are the ones, whenever they hear the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will have effect in their hearts. وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Whenever the ayah or the verses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are read unto him, it increases your iman, increase your faith. Not like others do. Whenever they hear that Allah say this is halal, this is haram, they try to challenge. You are not challenging anyone, you are challenging the maker, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the words are the words of Allah. So a mu'min or a believer, whenever he hears the words of Allah, it increases iman. Then Allah said, وَعَلَىٰ رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. And they always depend on Allah. All that you have to depend on is Allah. You depend on Allah in your worship, in your life in this world, whether you are in peace or you are in time of hardship. You will never depend on anyone, because no one has right to solve your problem, but the problems are all in the hands of Allah. When the human being falls sick, then he start thinking that Allah has abandoned him. No, maybe in your sickness there is khayr, there is good. It's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who knows. In the sense of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says that if Allah loves you, and then you have so many sins, and Allah wants to make His mercy on you, He gives you so many problems in this world. And while you always experience bad conditions and situations, it erases your bad deeds. Because Allah loves you. And if that is not enough to erase all your bad deeds and still Allah loves you, then Allah will give you a painful death. You will die in pain. And if that is not enough to erase your bad deeds, then Allah will give you punishment in the grave. So that on the day of judgment, you will enter paradise in a very easy manner. So it means that in your problem, in your all the ups and downs, is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you. That is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that if I look at the life of a believer, it's always good. Very surprising. Whenever something good happens to him, he thanks Allah. And when something bad happens to him, he exercises patience. And that and this are good for him. And that never happens unless on a person who is a true believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make us some of them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a word tawakkul, or to depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for every situation. We are human. We go to the extent of even when we have problems, we forget Allah. We start seeking help from other creations or creators of Allah. You go to the soothsayer, you go to the fortune teller, you go to a magician to solve your problem. And it happens in so many places, in so many ways. Then when they go to seek help, the person they are seeking help from is also using the jinn. So the jinn works for him. And when the problem is solved, then what happens? He deviates from that way of Allah. There was a story that happened not very long ago in this same generation that we are. Someone was so pious, he was so strong in Iman, to the extent that they wanted to try him. Who wanted to try him? The people who envy his Iman. So they made a jinn to possess his 5-year-old daughter. It means the jinn is now in the daughter. So the daughter is misbehaving, she cannot do anything. They made ruqya. The jinn goes and returns. He goes and then returns. A father cannot be able to have patience with this. And this man is very strong in Iman. So the Iman start dropping. Because of what? He sees that now there is no solution. I worship Allah and I have a big problem with my daughter or my daughter and I cannot have a solution. So while going from person to person to seek help, someone told him, I know someone who can make or exercise the jinn from your daughter. Of course, he wants a solution. So he said, okay, who is that person? And they sent him to a magician. Magician in the sense that someone who works with jinn. We have them so many places. In Africa and Asia and everywhere, even in Europe, we have them. Then when they went to the magician said, okay, there is a jinn. The man said, yeah, I know. But how can you remove the jinn from my daughter? He said, there is only one way. Go to the cemetery. The cemetery, there is a grave that belongs to so and so person. Go and sleep at the cemetery for 5 days. And the jinn will leave your daughter. A father in this situation, he took that advice. He went to the cemetery and then slept by that grave for 5 days. Then the jinn left the daughter. So after that they told him that the grave or the man in that grave has superpower. So whenever he sees something, he should go to that grave and seek from the grave and he will get it. You see how the jinn works? So that they deviate his way from the way of Allah. That is why if you have to make a tawakkul, you have to depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before I conclude, I want to tell you a story that happened in Targhib and Tarhib. Either to encourage or discourage. There was a man, and this man was so strong in Iman. The whole village, everyone knew this man. So Satan wanted to get the man. How does he get him? Satan doesn't come and tell you to follow him. He takes you step by step until it will come to a time there is nothing again and he will abandon you. So he made that there were 3 brothers. And these 3 brothers, they had a sister. And this sister, very young lady, a very pious lady. And they wanted to travel. So Satan came to them in the form of a human being. And said, if you travel, you leave your sister alone, she is going to be what? Someone is going to take care and then this and that will happen to your sister. So what should we do? Give your sister to this pious person because he's a God-fearing person and this person will take care of your sister. MashaAllah. Let's say the sheikh of the village. So they sent the daughter to the sheikh of the village. Wallahi, you are the best that we think we can leave our sister in your hands and she will be safe. The sheikh said, no, this is temptation. Temptation in the sense that she's a young girl. I don't have anyone around. I don't my wife or anyone to take care of this lady and I'm a man, so I would not like. So he took all the precautions. But they tried to whisper in him and telling him. Then Satan came to him after they had departed and said, you see, this girl, this man came to you seeking help from you. Because the whole village, there is no one like you. If you take care of this girl, 1, you are going to protect her, Allah will reward you. 2, you are going to be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for doing the works of Allah. Satan found whispering in his mind. And then he accepted and said, okay. So for instance, he had a mosque where he used to pray. And adjacent was his living apartment. So what he does was that he made the girl to live in the apartment and then he went to live in the mosque. So that there would not be any contact. He always had to make precaution. So whenever he prepared food, he comes to place the food at the door of the girl. And then the girl later on open the door, take the food. So there is no contact. That is safety, yes? Satan allowed him to do that for some time. Then he returned to him and said, oh, mashallah, Allah is rewarding you so much. But you see, you are treating the girl like a dog. At least look at her face and say salam. You don't know if she is well. You see, that's right. So whenever he goes to place the food, he knocks the door. The girl comes out and then he says what? salam, and then give the food to the girl. So it was normal for him. Satan allowed him for some time, and later on he came to him. He said, you see, the distance between your house and the mosque is very wide. Someone can come in between you and maybe knock at the door and go to the girl. Why not go to the girl once in a while and tell her about Allah? So the man, what he does, he said, yes, that's also something good. So one day he started this type of advice he took from Satan. He didn't know that this is Satan. So he comes, but whenever he does something with a girl, he makes sure he's sick, or he tries to create a precaution, something at least between him and the girl, that he cannot be able to even look at her. So he sat, let's say, facing north direction, and the girl also sat facing the same direction, so that he doesn't even look at her face. He used to do that. Satan used that time until one day Satan came to him while he was doing that, and he said, I know you are doing so great and Allah is rewarding you. How can you sit with someone, just at least look at her face once, and then all that will happen is that she will feel that you are actually taking care of her. So he said, that is right. So while sitting in the same direction, facing the same direction, that means they were not facing each other, then he tried to look at the girl once. When he looked at the girl once, Satan started decorating the face of the girl. And there was nothing most beautiful in this world in the heart of that man at that moment except the girl. And Satan was still present, but he doesn't know about the presence of Satan. So when looking at the face, then Satan came to his mind and then started whispering in his mind how nice the girl is. Satan went to his heart, telling the heart that, mashallah, at least touching this girl can give me some relief. So he tapped the laps or the thigh of the girl. Then Satan left him. He said, I have a lot of work to do, because there's nothing to do again. So it extended until he did what a man will do with a woman. Satan said, that's enough for him. He has a lot of people to go to. It ended up that this girl became pregnant. Satan didn't leave him. When she gave birth, still the brothers were not back or didn't return. A long journey. So later on, when the girl gave birth, Satan came to him. You see what you have done. This is a shame. What shame? He said, because you have had intercourse illegally and you've made the girl pregnant, you have done or committed a great sin. He said, what should I do? Then Satan said, the only problem between you and the girl is the baby. Kill the baby. He ended up killing the baby, and Satan showed or taught him at that time where to bury the baby, within the same vicinity. Then Satan left him. When the brothers returned, where is our sister? Then the man told them, your sister became ill and died, so I buried her. They believed in him because he's what? He's a very strong Iman person. So they said, okay, this is qadr of Allah. Satan said, qadr of Allah, no problem. Then Satan came to the three of them in a dream, and then narrated the whole story to each and every one of them in the same way. When they woke up, someone said, I had a dream. This one said, I had a dream. This one said, I had a dream. They narrated the same story to each other. The first one said, okay, this is a dream from Satan. The other said, oh, we don't have to work with this because it's a dream. And the third said, no, the dream, in this dream, I was shown a place where our sister was buried. He buried the lady and the child in the same grave. So they agreed that they should go and dig the grave. When they dug the grave, they realized the sister was in the grave with a baby. In those days, when they have to make a judgment, it becomes judgment of the whole city. People were not as mean as we are today, or they were not as mean as we are today. So judgment was made, and the judgment, the victim, thus this most gentle and the most pious of all, was brought before all people, and he's supposed to be killed. They put him by a stake, meaning that by the tree, and wanting to fire him, meaning that they want to throw an arrow that will completely kill him, because that sin deserves that he die. Then before throwing the arrow, Satan came to him again and said, do you know who put you through all these problems? He said, no. He said, it was I, Satan. And do you know how I can relieve you today? He said, no. He said, if you make shirk with Allah. The man fearing for his life, Iman had already gone, and he said yes, and he made shirk with Allah. Satan said, I can neither save myself nor you. So the man was killed and he died in shirk. This is to show that your Iman is like the shirt that you wear. You can have it today, tomorrow you can lose it. That is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always pray and say, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinik. Asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to strengthen his heart on the deen of al-Islam. Brothers and sisters in Islam, let's try to continue practicing our religion in the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will please with us here in this world and also our world, or give us Jannah tomorrow. Brothers, inshallah, our brother who had a son going under operation for quite a long time that we already informed you about, is saying that his son is